imagine killing my mum so much as I sometimes get a little bit of excitement if I think she might be going to die soon. My mum lives in a 2-bedroom unit in my backyard, and that's okay. We have quite a bit of space. We live in Macedon, and for 88, my mum's okay. She's not too bad. She has a little bit of dementia, vascular dementia, and also she has a little bit of Alzheimer's, and then there's the scleroderma, this rare physical disease that means she lives on this diet of biscuits and butter and Coke and lollies and tubs of creamy, full-fat, delicious fruit yogurt. And she seems to have lost most of her social graces. She spits quite a bit. And she pulls bits of food out and wipes them wherever she is. And she seems also to think that she lives on a boat because she tosses her Coke bottles and her dead pot plants off her balcony into the sea that is our backyard. My mum is actually not that demanding for all of those issues, but what she is mind-numbingly boring. She has a green armchair in the corner of her lounge room, and she peers across at the back of our house and our chimney. You've got a lot of smoke coming out of your chimney. What have you got all that smoke coming out for? Oh, we've got the fire on today, Mum. It's cold. I don't know what you want all that smoke. It's a lot of thick smoke. We've got the fire on, Mum. You've got your heater and we've got the fire. Why can't I have a fire? Well, it's just a bit too much work, you know. We use the button and we warm you up that way. Wow, you've got a lot of smoke coming out of your chimney. Would you like a cup of tea, Mum? Yes, thank you, dear. Here's your tea. You've got a lot of smoke. I don't know why you need so. Shut up about that smoke, would you? I don't say that. I'm a good daughter. One day I go over to my mum's house and she has on the table, she has a bag of lollies, Jubes, beautiful sugar-coated jelly. So I grab the bag and I wolf down a couple. Get away from my lollies. Stop eating them. You old Scrooge. I've got a terrible sugar habit and I'm making her a cup of tea and I open the fridge and there they are, 6 tubs of creamy, delicious fruit yogurt. So I get a tub out and I'm wolfing it down, great big spoon. Hang on, what are you doing eating all my yogurt? Put it back, there won't be any left. Oh, there's only 6 tubs, Mum. Besides, what else will I feed my resentment? The next day, the bag of lollies has disappeared and I can't find it anywhere, and I look for the yogurt and I find it all in the freezer, rock hard. A few months later, I'm searching through a drawer for a battery to change for Mum's clock, and I find the bag of Jubes. Great, so I pop one in, chew, hard as a rock. Doesn't stop me, I have a few more. What are you doing over there? Oh, would you like a Jube, Mum? Oh, yes. So I've got my back to Mum and I hear the door open and close of her sliding glass door. And I turn around and Mum's looking as innocent as the day she was born, so I don't pay any attention. Until the next day I come up the ramp onto Mum's balcony, and there in the middle of her balcony, on her beautiful decking boards, is this sort of slimy, lacquer-like, half-chewed, dissolving in its own juice lump of Jube. She clearly didn't like it and she just whipped it out the door. Great. Something else for me to do for love. I don't clean it up then, but I go back that afternoon and the Jube has disappeared. She's kicked it off into the sea that is our backyard and left this trail of this lacquer, shiny stuff that's gone across several decking boards now. Fantastic, more cleaning up. So I get a cloth to wipe it and it doesn't wipe, it's like Sally's liquid nails. So I go and get a bowl of hot water and some soap and a scrubber and I'm down on my hands and knees scrubbing away. And Mum's sitting there in the sun and she says, "Oh, thank you, dear, you're a good girl." Oh, shucks, thanks, Mum. And so suddenly as I'm scrubbing, I remember this time when I was about 10 and I got up in the middle of the night, I felt really sick and I didn't make it to the bathroom and I vomited all over the wall and all over the carpet. And when I got up in the morning, that mess had gone. And then I remembered my mum when she was 12, she got her only sibling, a little half-sister. And she became the living babysitter, and she really resented that. And I bet she did a bit of cleaning up then as well. And at 16, my mum became a nurse, and there isn't a career in the world that cleans up more bodily fluids than nurses. And then she married my dad, and as much as I love my dad, slob is not an unkind word for him. And then she had 6 children. And suddenly my mum is this person who has dedicated her life to the caring for and cleaning up of humanity. And as soon as I honour and recognise that in my mum, I recognise and honour my own role in cleaning her up. And I steal a little look at her, and she's sitting in the sun, and she's got this faraway look in her eyes, and she looks for all the world as if she's remembering something.